again. You are listening to a new episode of Moral Ambiguity, and this is not the normal person who does this. This is Josh. Normally, I play Jack. However, tonight I'm going to be running a special game from the Wildemount book that got released for free. The Explorer's Guide to Wildemount released a adventure called, what is it called? Frozen Sick. And we were gonna try it out and see how it ran. I've never run a module before. I've always done it off the cuff, so I am terrified. So if this goes badly, blame Matt.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. All right, so let's go around the table because this is going to start a little bit interesting. We're going to start at a specific spot. So we go around the table and introduce our characters, starting with Matt, if you want to go first.
Sure. My name is Falbrook. I am a Lotus Den halfling. For some descriptors of what he looks like, he has green eyes. He's about 3'7". He has red hair and pale skin. About 27 years old and weighs a hefty 41 pounds.
Dang.
Noticeable
features. Big boy.
Noticeable features is that he has a prominent scar on his left cheek. And he wears a lot of green.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Nick, what about you?
These aren't my right papers. These are the wrong ones.
All right, we'll come back to Nick.
Yeah, thank you. I thought I grabbed the wrong papers. I grabbed Sonia's thing. Hang on. Yeah.
Jake, why don't you go ahead and pick up?
All right, I am playing Elor. He is a human blood hunter, resplendent in armor, a helmet that he rarely ever takes off. He's kind of like if you fused the Mandalorian and Geralt of Rivia into just one beautiful edgelord.
Topical.
Cool. And Matt, what was your character's name?
Falbrook. Falbrook.
Elor is Elor. Very, very short and simple.
Cool, I spelled that right in my notes.
Elor? Elor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And he fights with flail, lance, and javelins.
Cool.
Okay. Oh my god.
That sounds like fun. And Matt, just for posterity, what is your class? You said you were halfling?
Yep, I'm playing a rogue.
Okay. All right, cool. Jace, go ahead.
I am playing Kelgrim Tomefinder. He's a gnomish wizard. He is all of 3'8" and a solid 35 pounds. Being a wizard, he has paler skin from not being outside at all. Black hair with kind of a well-kept, I can't remember the name of it, but the one that goes, the beard that goes along the jawline.
Oh, like a Martin Van Buren is what I think of. I don't think that is anything. I think I literally just came up with that off the top of my head. But I know what you're talking about.
Wears glasses, and basically he looks more like he's a mathematician or an accountant than a wizard.
Perfect. That'll help him when he's being attacked and everyone thinks he's just a mathematician instead of a wizard. Unless someone really hates mathematicians. Kill the mathematician. Get him first. All right. Cool. Nick, go for it.
My character's name is Seeker. He's a tiefling dimension blader. That's a homebrew class we're using. He's a little over 5 feet, and he wears pretty casual, like commoner clothes. They're so I'm assuming they're mostly like brown and simple things. He's got Wrote down. Oh yeah, he's got like a brown hair, and he's got like a. What was the color skin? That's not a color. Why did I write that down? I wrote down next to skin color. I wrote opaque, and I'm like, that's not. I'm bluish. Yeah, blue.
Yeah?
There it is. More bluish skin. Okay, yeah. The opaque was supposed to be for the eyes because he's got just pure white eyes, and he has one horn that kind of sticks out towards the top of his hair.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Okay. So each of you at some point have found yourselves within Pellbank Village. It is we'll go over it in more detail in a minute, but it's a fishing outpost. Alpha of Uthadern, which is very high north in the frozen, I think it's called the Graying Wildlands, if I'm not mistaken. And each of you at some point had been approached by an elf, an older male elf named Elro Aldaltur, who you had seen around town at some point, asking if you would please come to the funeral of a dwarf who had died recently. So snow gently falls from the sky, and wind bites your cheeks as you stand at the graveyard of Pellbank Village, that is home to several 100 dwarves and elves. The sun is low in the sky, sinking behind the fresh grave of Ergon Winth, an old dwarf who caught some kind of curse or disease that turned him into an ice statue. The folk of the village have gathered to pay their final respects to Ergon's frozen remains. So as you stand there and the priest speaks and everyone begins to wind down as you're getting ready to leave, a gruff voice speaks softly from behind you. I thank you for attending Ergon's service. And as you turn and meet the gaze of Elro Aldator, like I said, he's a weathered elf, retired ranger, and leader of the village. He says, I'm sorry to speak of dark tidings under such circumstances, but I believe that Pellbank Village might be in danger, and I'm hoping you can help us.
In danger of what exactly?
The same plague that killed Ergon. About 2 months ago, Ergon Winth returned home after exploring Iselcross for a year. He had been back for only a few days when he came down with a strange affliction. It made the dwarf move slowly and caused blue veins to appear all over his body. Now, our priests here are some of the most powerful priests in this area. They worship both Moradin and Corellon, and they used every spell they could muster to attempt to heal Ergon, but nothing they tried could stop the bizarre malady. Ergon battled it for weeks. A lesser man probably would have succumbed within a week, but he was battling it for at least 3, and then eventually his body slowly turned into ice.
That doesn't sound like any affliction I've ever heard of.
It's definitely not one we had heard of either.
Do you think he brought it from this distant place to which he traveled?
Almost certainly. And the thing that we fear is that it is not an isolated incident. Until yesterday, we assumed it was isolated, most likely caused by something he came into contact with while exploring Iselcross. But that's when I noticed Togi Latan. She showed signs of the same illness. Togi is a trapper, and I attempted to speak with her, but she said that she wished to die in peace and locked herself in her home, and I have not been able to speak with her since.
Well,
now if you're willing, I would like you to find what caused Ergon and Tolgi's afflictions. I am afraid that it could spread, but Tolgi refuses to talk to me, and the glass blades in the village are better known for their combat skills than their ability to glean the truth in a complicated situation. Also, Tolgi is just incredibly distrustful of authorities, but maybe someone who doesn't quite have a badge, and he sort of looks you all up and down. She might be more akin to speak with.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try to speak with her.
Where
There
can
would
we
be
find?
So you can either, if you would like to speak with her directly, she does have a cabin, and he points in the direction of her cabin. You can also search Ergon's home. I can give you express permission. Just let them know that Elro would like you to... There's a guard out front of the door. Let her know that Elro would like you to investigate. It'll be 100 gold pieces if you can figure out what's going on.
I turn to Elor, and I say, I personally think we should talk with Tolge first, before we go exploring.
Elor looks down at you through the slits in his helmet and says, agreed.
Did you have any questions before you went?
Yes, where is this Isle Cross?
That's a good question, and I will have to pull it up in my map.
While we're doing that, you know what would be really great for everyone? Is if we do like what I did. Mine's easy because it's a word, but if you guys could all just, I don't know, spell your names out for anyone who's keeping any kinds of notes.
Most of them did get spelled out. Yeah, Elor's did for sure.
Yeah.
Matt spelled Falbrook. I don't think Jay spelled Kelgrim, but I'm kind of we had that figured out.
Kelgrim.
And Elor is just Elor.
Yeah.
See, because I would have not have thought that. All right, I would never have thought it sound like with Dungeons and Dragons. I would never have thought, oh, you just sounded out.
Arrow says that Azalcross is far to the north of the rest of Wildemount. It and the rest of the Greying Wildlands is collectively known as the Biting North. Supposedly there's a lot of danger, but also lots of powerful forgotten artifacts there. A lot of adventurers may try to seek their fortune there, but then he points at the grave. They end up like Ogon here.
You said artifacts?
Yeah, make a history check for me.
Oh, a history, you say?
Yeah. Ergon, not Olgon. I said Olgon a minute ago.
20.
Yeah, so you know a bit about Azalcross. You can glean a little bit more information. And I will tell you that information when I pull it up.
This pulling up the rules has been brought to you by...
God damn it, I knew it. I saw it coming. So you know that for the most part, for like hundreds of years, the world pretty much dismissed Azalcross. It was an uninhabited glacial land. Just like there were giant yetis there. There were rumors of giant yetis, giant creatures, krakens. There were blizzards all over the place. Only fishing vessels ever got close to the frozen shores until one of those ships found an Aeorian item. And that, Eor was a flying city-state that was hurled into Azalcross by the gods during the Calamity. And the Calamity is the giant fight between the gods that put them behind the God Gate. So many people believe that there might be other Aeorian artifacts out there that are pre-Calamity, which are incredibly powerful artifacts. So people try to go to Azalcross to find things and end up dead. Like Ergon.
Right.
That fits.
Yep. So you have basically he gave you two options at this point. You can either go check out Ergon's cabin or you can go speak with Tolge directly.
I vote we go speak with Tolge.
Agreed.
This doesn't seem like there's going to be much, problems, so maybe we should split up and have two of us go talk to the woman and the other two go check out the cabin.
You're definitely able to do that.
Thank you.
I'm fine with that.
You have that ability. You, in the words of a better DM than I, you can play as much Dungeons and Dragons as you want right now, in this time, in this space. Okay, so
imagine a dark time in a dark space.
Imagine a dark Tolgi. All right, so who's going where?
I'll go to investigate the house.
And Elor and I suppose we'll go speak with Tolgi.
Yes.
Okay, sounds like a plan. All right, so we're gonna start with Ergon's cabin then, because that's the first one in the list of the book.
Okay.
So as you approach, it is a one-room log cabin at the edge of town. There is a glass blade, which is like the town guard. They're called glass blades. Standing in front of the door. She's an elf. She looks at you a little puzzled as you enter. Halt, please. No one is allowed here. This is Ergon's cabin.
Oh. Hang on. And so he starts like rummaging through his pack, and he pulls out a set of flashcards, and he goes, "Hang on, okay. Greetings, sir or madam. We were sent here by insert local authority to investigate this house/cabin/residence. If you wish to talk with, hang on, the card ends. Okay, our benefactor, please be directed to." I turned to Kelgrim. Who hired us? I forgot to write that down.
Elor, wasn't it?
Elor, please be.
No, it was Elro.
Oh
Which, hey,
God,
by the way, Jay,
left.
thanks for that.
Oh, no.
It's literally spelled the exact same way, just 2 letters off.
I can't believe that.
Oh, shit. I didn't even do that on purpose.
Listen, Elor is a much better name, okay?
I literally picked it because it's like an ancient like word for I can't remember, some kind of bird. I don't know.
That's very good. That's very good.
Yeah, I was only half paying attention because I was having to finish filling in my spells. So
she looks. She sort of raises an eyebrow and looks at Kelgrim. Elro sent you?
No. Yeah. Sorry.
Where am I?
She looks at the speaker very suspiciously. Wait here. She goes down the road, talks to Elro, comes back. I don't know why you just didn't say that Elro sent you, but yeah, go ahead and go in.
I didn't say because, and he takes out a journal and writes down Elro's name. I had not remembered it.
You're a strange fella, huh?
That's what they tell me.
Where are you from?
Down the road. Straight down the road.
Port Damali?
Yeah, that place.
That's a little farther down the road than you think.
You see him writing Port Damali.
Oh my god.
Feverishly into his notebook.
Yeah, a lot of tieflings in Port Damali, I just assumed.
Oh yeah, it's infested with them. Can't get enough of them. Just all over the place.
Tell me, how's that Ruby of the Sea? She as pretty as they say she is?
Hang on a second, and I start looking through the notes.
This is out of character, but she's a Nicodranus.
Listen, shush. This elf is being racist, all right? She just assumes that all tieflings know each other.
True.
Damn it! I'm trying to. Okay.
Actually, no. This is a test, and
I'm
Seeker is failing it horribly.
I'm going to, persuade them. I'm going to use persuasion here. Oh, I don't get out of the house all that often.
Just go inside. I got work to do.
Okay,
the whole time, Kelgrim's thinking, at least I'm not as suspicious as them.
Kicks, opens the door. So this cramped, dark cabin might have been a cozy place when its owner was alive. Now an unmade bed stands near a cold fireplace, its mantle hung with the head of some snarling white beast with gray horns. On the other side of the room, a small table strewn with dirty dishes and set with a dwarven-sized chair stands before 2 empty shelves whose contents are scattered across the floor. There is kitchen utensils, some dried foodstuffs, what appears to be a bag of adventuring gear, and a couple of books.
I guess I'm just going to do a generalized investigation check to see if anything immediately jumps out as suspicious.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
23.
Jesus Christ. You're level 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching you. All right. Yeah, the first thing you notice is this room has been trashed. Someone's been through here and fucked it up. And it looks like it was done during searching. Like someone was searching for something. As you are searching through, you happen to move a book out of the way, and plain as day, there's just a footprint just right there, perfect size and everything.
Whoa.
Just like one footprint?
Well, that's the one that you can find, but as you look at it and see the shape of it, number one, it looks dwarven, which this is Dwarf's house, so that doesn't seem like too big of a weird thing. But as you look out, the boots that are in the house, like you go in and investigate, the boots don't have it's not the same size. And you find another footprint out the door of the same kind. And as you follow it a bit, it leads to Tolgi's cabin.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
A little bit.
Seeker, what do you do?
Well, first, I'm gonna try to eat some of that meat.
It's just dried food, man. It's like jerky.
I'm poor and homeless. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't. This is dinner. Thanks.
Okay.
I love that.
Thanks for being judgy, DM. Cool.
No problem.
I'm gonna try to investigate like anything else. I mean, that's obvious, but that doesn't really help us. Is there anything else around?
Well, there's the shelves with the books. There's the mounted head on the wall. There's that bag of adventuring gear.
I'm gonna look in the bag of adventuring gear, see if I can.
Yeah, you rummage through the bag. There is a suit of splint armor about the size of a dwarf. It's bulky and it's fur lined, so it's decided to keep you warm. Grappling hook, a hooded lantern, and a silvered maul.
What is that?
It's a maul that is silver.
That's. You know what I mean. I don't know why you did that.
Do you not know what a maul is?
No! It's
a type of weapon!
Star Wars guy?
It's a big hammer! No, it's a big hammer!
Okay, then you can't just fucking say it's a big hammer.
No, because it's a maul!
God damn it.
Here. Here's a picture.
A maul is basically an oversized sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Can I take a look at the grappling hook more?
Yeah.
This dude was who was this? Aragon was he was a dwarf. Did he mention like what he did? What his job was?
He was an adventurer. That's why he has all this adventuring gear. This grappling hook does look like it's well used.
Can I...
And there's a length of about 50 foot of rope attached to it. Or not attached to it, but in the bag.
Can I look at the grappling part and see if it's got, like, dirt or anything on it?
Anything on it?
Yeah, like, maybe I could, like, oh, hey, it's got, like, pieces of stone still stuck to it.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Survival check. That's a natural 20. Makes it 24.
Okay. Yeah, as you're sort of looking at it, there is some residue. It looks like maybe some stone with like a little bit of like frost on it. Like maybe he had been using it to climb in a really cold and icy area recently.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to see if I could figure out where he's been.
Yep.
So maybe he's been up in a mountain, one of the colder mountains. If we know where he's, I tell my partner, if we know where he's been, then we might be able to find out like what, at least where he was infected.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm really wondering why those prints lead back to. It was Tolgi, you said?
Yeah, Tolgi.
But
so you know he was at he got it from Iselcross. You don't know how or what, but Iselcross was where he got it from.
Can I pocket the hook shot?
Yeah. It's not a hook shot, it's a grappling hook. You still have to throw it.
Yeah, but
Link.
hook shots in the inventory. Thank you. All right,
Okay.
I guess we should probably go and check out the see what the
Okay,
other guys found at What's-Her-Name's house.
Are you guys done in here?
yeah, we're gonna meet up with them and let them know that I found the trail from.
Okay, while you guys are searching at that location, so Falbrook and Elor, you guys begin to approach Tolgi's cabin. This snow-covered cabin looks fairly peaceful and quiet from the outside. All of its windows are shuttered, and a steady stream of smoke is piping out of the chimney, which indicates there's probably a pretty heavy fire going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Well, Falbrook will walk up to the front door and knock on it a few times. Just a nice simple.
Mm-hmm. After a couple of knocks, when Tolgi realizes that you're not going to go away, you hear, "Go away! Leave
We're
me
here-
in peace!"
We're here to ask you a couple of questions. We were sent by Eric. What's his name?
Don't
Elor.
tell her that.
There you- give me a charisma, either. Well, in your case, no. It would be persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. All right. How's a 6?
No! Go away!
I look up at Elor. I've done all I can do.
Right.
I could sneak in.
Elor will walk up and kick the door as hard as he can.
Okay, hang on a second. There is a thing for that.
Oh no.
Tuggy's home is a one-story, one-room log cabin. Because she isn't keen on letting the characters in, the following features might be important. One of those is the wooden door is locked. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Oh, the door is immune to poison and psychic damage. I just thought y'all should know that.
Okay.
Because that's important.
Hang on, let me just douse my short sword in some fucking poison real quick. Stab it.
Would it just be just like an unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a 23.
You definitely hit the door. Which has a higher AC than you would think, actually.
I look up at Elor again and I'm just like, I could have picked the lock.
Well, that's... For an unarmed strike, that's 5 damage.
Okay. The door... There's a boom! And the door shudders, but it doesn't move. And Togi goes, "Stop it! What are you doing? Leave me alone!
Open the door.
No! Leave me alone!
We need 5 minutes of your time. And your
Why?
time is spared.
I have flowers. And
What?
I druid craft a tulip.
No size.
Give me an intimidation check.
Me?
You guys.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think the flowers were going to be involved in intimidation, but I wanted to make sure. Oh shit, that's a 13. I'm not very charismatic. Can I apply my strength instead of charisma?
No. Though I will give you advantage because you did kick the door and actually deal damage to it.
Hey. That's the same exact number.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Lucky for you, the DC is 12.
Yeah.
So after several seconds of very like grunting and very pain noises, she unlatches like 4 different latches and the door opens. And as the door opens,
I turn to Falbrook. Diplomacy wins again.
Indeed, it does.
and she opens the door but doesn't say anything at first. And as you walk in, the heat in the small cabin hits you like a hammer blow. A table set with neatly stacked dishes, tools, and utensils stands at the center of the room. The smell of a simmering soup comes from a pot hanging inside a roaring fireplace. And when I say roaring, I mean roaring. It is burning up. Another fire burns in an iron brazier at the opposite end of the room, filling the cabin with smoky haze. As she steps back up away from you and sits on the bed, you see this dwarf is wrapped in like 4 different blankets and she's shivering. And you can see on her face, her neck and her hands are these bulging blue veins.
But looking a little chilly, huh?
Oh my god.
She just gives you a mean look. What do you want?
Information.
Yeah, well,
I'm
I
not-
ain't got any.
You don't know how you contracted this cold illness?
I'm telling you.
Why would you not?
Why would I?
We're trying to figure out what happened. Because I don't know if you're aware, but there is someone dead who was frozen.
Yes, I know Ergon is dead. I know that this killed him, and I'm trying to fix it myself.
And how do you suppose you plan on doing that?
That's none of your business.
Well, I'm trying to help fix it too. I feel like I should know.
Coin is involved, it has become my business.
By kicking on an old lady's door?
You wouldn't open it.
When do we show up, by the way?
It'd be about this time. It'd be, yeah, roughly about the... You would have had time to look and see. I think you see, as you're looking at the footprints, the camera trails up to see the house, and just Elor just kicks the door.
And I'm just standing there with my arms crossed, kind of leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, as we walk in and I hear them go, what was that last question you asked? Just refresh how that went real quick.
You said that you wouldn't let them in, so you kicked the door. Or something like that.
Yeah, she said, like, by kicking on an old woman's door, and I said, well,
Yeah.
you wouldn't open it.
Which is what you walk in on. Oh, by the way, she's not that old. Like, she's acting like she says that she's old because she doesn't want to appear sick. You can tell that much. She's like maybe like the dwarven equivalent of like 30.
Okay. Well, then what's a sick woman doing sneaking out over and ransacking a dead man's house?
What?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Make a persuasion check. I don't know, pick either persuasion or intimidation, whatever you think is best.
That's... Neither one's gonna work well for me, but... 13!
Yeah, she looks at you, and she looks over to where Ergon would have been living. And she sighs. I was looking in his house for a cure. I was hoping he'd had some kind of research. I didn't find anything.
So you saw fit to ransack a dead person's home?
I was looking for a cure so I didn't die. What was I supposed to do?
Look at it this way. You now have more, we'll say, hands to go around and search in more places for cures without you risking yourself.
Exactly.
We aren't on opposing sides here.
Okay, fine. Listen. I was sent here by the Oodalots and a few others to keep an eye on any treasures that came back to Iselcross. I was supposed to steal them. To take them out of the hands of people from Uthadurn or the Dwendalian Empire.
But you caught the sickness in the process?
I waited for Ergon to come back, and I saw my chance. He sold them to Pelk's Curiosities, and then I went and took them back. I kept one for myself. I gave most of them back to Halil. You know, Halil's her sister. And she took them back north to Croaker Cave.
Cave.
I just figured that he would have something there that would help me figure out how to cure this, okay?
Listen, I don't blame you for thinking that.
So, is this being caused by the artifacts?
We don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. Anyone here have a passive... What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
13.
Nick, what's your passive? It's your perception plus 10.
Oh, okay.
It's like your perception bonus plus 10.
14.
Yeah, so you all notice as she's talking, and specifically when she mentions that she kept one of the artifacts for herself, she sort of moved her blankets a bit, and you see the hilt of a ornate dagger in her belt.
Now, what is that?
That was what I kept for myself.
May I take a look at it?
She looks you up and down, and then she pops it off the belt. It's got a nice sheath attached to it, and she'll put it in your hand.
Alright, I just take it. I just glance over the finer details of it. What does it look like?
It is really well crafted. It is an ornate... The actual blade itself is very ornate, with blue lines. Looks like a sky motif. The sheath is also very well made as well, with the same sort of motif. Give me either Arcana or History.
Ooh. I don't think I'm good at either of those.
If you want to pass it around, anyone else can make that as well.
I'll give it a shot. I have a +2.
17.
That doesn't help much when you roll a 6.
A 17?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pass it over to Kelgrim.
Okay, Arcana or History?
Doesn't matter. I got the same bonus in both.
It matters for the roll.
Let's go Arcana then.
Okay. It is definitely enchanted. It is a +1 dagger. You can just sort of based on the basic enchantment that's on it. It is a +1 magic dagger. It is definitely a relic of the flying city of Elor. Like you can tell that pretty easily. With the motif and the way it's built and the way it's made, it is definitely a relic. She says, like I said, I kept one for myself.
Well, is there some place away from you that you would feel safe keeping it, just to see if maybe that starts to reverse whatever's going on?
No, this is a very basic enchantment. I really doubt that there's anything cursed about this weapon. Look, if you were just trying, if this is just a roundabout way to ask if you can keep it, sure, you just take, you can keep it. That's fine.
No,
I don't care.
I'm not asking that. I'm just because it seems to be as soon as you guys started messing with the artifacts and the items is when this started to really take hold.
I don't know.
Do you remember where specifically you got that artifact, where you picked it up?
Yeah, I nicked it out of Pelk's Curiosities after Ergon sold all of the artifacts to her.
But do you know where?
We should go to Pelk's Curiosities? and inquire there.
I think we should perhaps go look into this cave to the north.
Well, can't hurt to get more info before we leave. And I pass the dagger back to her.
She takes it.
Alright, so off to Pelk's Curiosities then?
Yep. I'm gonna say,
Alright.
Okay.
see if we can find out where his normal, I guess, spots to search were.
As you approach the shop, the dark cabin before you has a sign over its door which reads Pelk's Curiosities. It has the image of a carved dragon used to make the letter P. So it's like really fancy. The shop does appear to be closed, but the front door is slightly ajar.
But I thought it was a door.
God
God damn it.
Disadvantage on all your attacks going forward. So all of you have passive perception was higher than 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you get near to the shop, you start to hear what sounds like whispered voices and footsteps coming from inside the cabin, and a good number of them. What do you do?
Can we tell if they're, I guess, panicked or hurried or...
Not necessarily like panicked, but hurried.
I turn to everyone else and I just say, I can try to sneak in and eavesdrop.
Is the store, like, closed?
Yeah, there's a sign you can see on the door. It does say that it's closed for the night, but then that door is also open, which is weird.
How's the lighting?
Not great. I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
It's all right.
I do have dark vision. Can I make out anything in the building?
Not from where you are this far away from the shop. You can see movement in the windows, but you can't make out like shapes or numbers or anything like that.
Just non-indistinct movement. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to creep my way up and look for a sneaky way in.
He creeping. He creep. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
All right, I have a +9 to this.
Oh shit.
That's a 15.
Say that again. You broke up on me.
That's a 15.
Yeah. So as you get closer to the door, like a whisper, no one seems to hear you. You sneak up and look through the door, and you see, looks to be about 5 men and women, sort of standing around. Actually, I have a thing to read. 5 cloaked elves appear to have ransacked the shop and are searching through the broken debris on the floor. The furniture, the shelves, and front counter have been smashed, and the shop's wares now litter the floor.
Okay, I just want to stay there and just watch them for a second. Just from where I am.
Sure. You hear them asking, you hear one of the elves say to the other, "Listen, you gotta find some kind of potion or scroll or something. Hillel's gonna be mad if we don't come back without anything to cure her." And you recognize that name as the name of Tulsi's sister.
Right.
Or Tolgi. I keep saying Tulsi instead of Tolgi.
It is election season, and there is a politician with the name of Tulsi.
That's true.
Most
Most of it's just quiet work, though. They're just picking through the rubble, looking for something. You're not
From
sure
where
how
I
long
am,
they're going to be here. Mm-hmm.
Can I see any potions or scrolls just kind of scrawled out on the floor?
No, there doesn't appear to be any kind of, like...
Nothing that may be important?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna slip back out and join the rest of the party.
I will say, this is a two-room shop.
Oh.
And there is a door.
Okay.
You do see a door leading to another room, but that door is shut currently. So there might be something in there. You're not sure.
I want to slip around the building and see if there's a back door.
Yeah. There's like a service entrance. Yeah, you could. It's a little bit bigger than the front door. You could sneak into.
I want to try the doorknob.
It's locked.
Can I pick it?
You can certainly try.
You can pick
All
a
right.
lock, but don't pick your nose.
I believe one of my expertise was with thieves' tools,
Nice.
and
Wait,
that's
no.
it's a dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And doesn't
That's a 17. Sorry, Jace.
I thought expertise did something with the proficiency bonus.
It doubles
doubles
the
it.
proficiency.
That's what I
yeah.
thought.
It's a fairly simple lock. You've been doing this for a while. You get in there and you're able to pretty much easily unlock that door, and it clicks open.
All right. Is there anybody inside?
Oh, okay. So I see. You open this door and it's just the same room you were in before, but on the other side of the room. There is no door that leads into this other side room. You'd have to sneak in and go up to that door.
Oh, okay. So nobody noticed me pick this door?
No.
Okay.
No, they're pretty much in their own shit right now, and that they're making. The more you realize that, like outside the building, you can't really hear it, but in here, they're making a good bit of noise, like shuffling through shit.
So I probably could sneak my way into that room.
You give it a try.
Yeah. Let's give it a try.
Okay, so make another stealth check.
That is a 22.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. The floor is covered in debris and a lot of broken shit. Actually, you know what? That's gonna give you disadvantage. Roll that again.
Oh, okay.
It's not very high, but it would give you disadvantage because it's considered difficult terrain.
That's a 15.
Yeah, you're still able to pick your way through, stepping through the different pieces of debris. So
Very nimble.
Yeah, very, very. And you get to this other door. The door itself is not locked, so you're just kind of able to open it.
So
Alright,
you're
I
also
just wanna-
small, so you can hide easier.
I just want to slip in real quick.
Yeah, so the first thing you notice is it's a bedroom. There's a chest of drawers, a small table with looks like a dirty teacups and a kettle sitting next to the bed. And as you look at the bed under the covers, there appears to be a well-crafted ice statue.
Huh.
And you recognize that ice statue as Verla Pelk, the owner of Pelk's Curiosities.
Well.
And it appears that perhaps she had been farther along than anyone realized and had not told anyone.
Okay.
Considering no one else knew about this.
You said there's a chest in the room?
No, there's a table. There's a chest of drawers, like clothes.
Oh, okay. I want to go over to the statue and just look over it. Is there anything of note nearby? Or is it just kind of bare?
Yeah, it's a pretty bare, sparse room. You see, it seems like the stuff that she didn't spend, like you don't really find any like gold or anything. It seems like what she spent on herself was very sparing, and the rest of the money she made from the store, she sort of just put back into acquiring more artifacts.
Okay.
You find, I will say this, like there's a ledger open on her table, and you find a ledger of sale, a writ of sale from Ergon for a list of different artifacts. It was like 1,000 gold piece worth of artifacts. It was like, if you want to write these down, they're kind of important.
Okay.
Or on the wind, just take the ledger.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip it into my bag.
Yeah, go ahead and take the ledger. So it is a list of items. All of them have an A next to them, which you assume are probably like Aeorian made. Like that's the thing. It's a dagger, a scroll case, a jade statuette, a quiver of 20 arrows, a silver ring set with a jasper, and 2 blue glass vials. And also, you guys have been here a little while now. You remember this is the time that you kind of remember. Pelk's got broken into and vandalized like 2 months ago. So, and that sort of lines up maybe with what Tolgi said. Maybe you start to put 2 and 2 together about what might have happened here.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to slip the ledger into my bag and try to get back outside.
Okay. Make me another stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh, no. All right, well, one's on its side, so I'm going to re-roll that one, but the regular roll would have been a nat 20.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's a 13.
You're still able to get out.
Okay.
There's a moment where you're walking and you hear, like, you accidentally step on a piece of glass and there's a tinkle. And someone goes, huh? What? Hey, what was that noise? But when they look over, you've already moved off of their line of sight and they don't see you.
All right, so I head back outside and catch up with everyone else.
Yep.
Just say, well, Verla Pelk is now a nice statue.
Oh, shit.
And they are definitely looking for a potion or a scroll or something. They seem to have been sent by Helil.
Huh, that's interesting.
I also found, and I pull out the ledger, a
Oh,
list of the items that was sold to Pelk.
alright. I'm gonna kind of look over it. Can I kind of discern Pelk's notations and what they mean?
Yeah. It's basically what I said was the way it's written out. It was like the name of the item, an A, and then a gold piece amount. And you would suspect, just looking at it, the A probably means Aeorian. Because if you go back a bit, because it's not the first time she's dealt with Aeorian items before, you see that A, like, way pages and pages and pages back, but yeah, you've seen it. They're definitely there before.
Well, what I'm getting at is, can I see if she had sold any since?
No, these were, I don't think these were the last transactions, but no, you do not see these items have been sold at all.
Okay. So it's a different dagger from... Or is that the same dagger that would have been noted as sold that,
Yeah, because, Tolgi didn't buy the dagger. Tolgi stole all this shit.
Oh, right, yeah. That's right.
So what you're getting, in fact, with this ledger, she would probably have a notation specifically stating that it had been stolen. So, like, maybe like a symbol or something is crossed out on the ledger to indicate the stolen items, and it is all of the Aeorian items have been stolen.
Okay.
And yeah, so what you seem to be getting, like, you start to get like a picture of what might have happened here. Which is Volgren came in, sold a bunch of items. Tolgi and Halil went and stole those items. Everyone who has touched these items so far has fallen sick and or died. Ergon, not Volgren. God.
Right. I still think my theory that it's related to the artifacts themselves holds some water.
I do too.
Yes, this reeks of magical curses.
I said, was there anything else to note in the building?
No, everything else was either smashed or... She didn't really buy a lot of, like, luxurious items, so there was nothing really in her room aside from the ledger.
Did you get any info off of whoever it is that was moving around in there?
I just know that they work for Halil, and they were looking for a potion or a scroll or some other magical item.
I wonder if that's these two things at the bottom of the ledger, the two blue vials.
That was my guess too.
So we're pretty sure that the people in there right now aren't good guys, yeah?
Right.
That
So
depends. We need to find out what Halil's place
do
in
you
all
think
this is.
maybe one of them might be able to lead us to Halil?
Do we want to go get Elro first?
I don't think we need him.
They'll, if we take too long, they might bounce and then
Yeah, but we can send one person off to get Elro, while the rest of us stay here, keep an eye on them, and slow them down if they try to leave.
that sounds like a plan.
So now we just need to volunteer.
I will stay as I'm an expert in slowing people down.
Yeah,
I'll stay as well.
I'll stay.
cool. Great. Awesome.
Not it.
Who is
Fucking
swift and nimble? I
If we
immediately
would've-
look at Falbrook.
if we would have put this into if we would have put it into like say like numbers, right? And we would have like say those numbers would account to speed.
25.
They-
25.
God.
I am nimble but not quick.
Elor.
Listen, I really feel like I'm the most equipped to stopping them if they try to run.
I kind of have
I
to
mean-
side with him there.
To be fair, I do have like a 30, so I guess I will. Yeah, I got dark vision, so it's night, right?
At this point, yeah, it's pretty dark.
All right, I'll do it. I clearly know my way around this town.
Good luck.
I can find out where we need to
Okay.
go.
So you're going back to Elro?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna rush my way up, back to them.
He's speaking with the guard in front of Ergon's. Wow, I can't speak tonight. Dang. Ergon's
Words is
house. Or word hard. Whose name was Mila, not that you asked.
She was, pardon my language, kind of a bitch.
Him and Mila are speaking, and basically talking about the case when you come up. And Elro looks up and says, yes, do you have any information?
Okay, so new information come to light. One, you know Pellet, the shop. owner?
Pelk, yes.
Pelk, yeah. Okay, so they got the disease and are probably dead. I don't, right? I mean, that's what happens. Most
They
turn to ice.
they both start and look at each other like, what?
Yeah. We know that because right now, some people inside Pelek's house that I don't think are supposed to be there. So, you want to round up the boys and get your.
We're pulled
Good.
thin as it is. If the rest of your party are there, me and Mila would be able to help you.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan there.
He points at Mila and points at I guess himself, and they begin to head towards the shop. So it's about a 5 minute jog. What are you guys doing during that time?
Just making sure nobody leaves.
Yeah, I'm
Okay. You can see...
doing laps around the building.
You can see they are starting to realize, like, one of them has kicked that door open and realized, oh, the door wasn't actually locked. That's weird. And have kind of gone through, and they've now smashed up the bedroom. And they are starting to wind down and realize, yeah, no, we're not gonna find anything here. We're just gonna go ahead and leave. And they start to head out the door and begin to disperse.
Are they coming out the front or the back?
They're gonna go out the front door because they assume the back door's locked.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I'll just be like 10 feet away from the front door, standing there with a flail and a net. And
Okay.
I just
All
look
right.
at them. It's just like
Excuse me?
a little bit of like cold, like steam breath comes like out from the holes in my helmet, and I just say, "Hello, gentlemen."
What you doing out here this late? Ah! Can't you see men are trying to work here? Why don't you
I
go
can't.
on?
Can I be around the side of the building, like just peering out from around the corner?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I have my rapier out.
I say,
Okay.
"No, I don't think I will."
I'm going while they're doing this, I'm going to cast minor illusion to make it sound like there's a large amount of soldiers like coming from the distance to surround everything.
Okay. I'm assuming there's a save for that, right?
Nope, it's a cantrip. It just makes the noise.
Okay, they look around.
Hold on, I'm reading.
All right.
They would have to make an intelligence investigation check.
Okay, well, they hear the noise, they look around, and then bolt in 5 different directions.
Shit.
No,
They just split.
Throw the net! Throw the net!
I'm gonna throw the net.
All right, roll. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
All right.
I was hoping that make them go back into the building. Shit.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone.
22.
You won't be there for the first round, but I'll pull you in for the second.
17. 17.
Okay. 17 for Kelgrim. Falbrook, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. And Seeker, what did you get?
18.
Okay. How do you think the adventure is going?
I
like
think it's
it.
going great.
Thanks, man. So yeah, Elor, you're up. They are starting to split up and run in different directions. They're about
All right.
roughly about 10 feet away from each other at this point, running away.
All right. So I want to throw the net at like whoever's the closest one to me.
Okay. So that would be number... Where are you? Are you just kind of in the front, in the middle?
Yeah,
in
like
the
I
front
was,
of the...
I was like right in front of the door, like 10 feet away from it.
Okay, so if we go in a cone, it'd be 1, 2, 3. So it'd be like 4, number 4.
Okay. First, well, the roll with that. What's my attack modifier with the net? It's a 16.
I don't know. Okay, what do I... Is it just to hit?
Yeah, it's just an attack roll.
Okay, it hits. What does it do?
So, a large or smaller creature hit by a net is restrained until freed.
Okay.
Has no effect on creatures that are formless, or creatures that are huge or larger. They can free themselves by using its action to make a DC 10 strength check. That's either to free themselves or to free somebody else that's in a net, if they're not restrained, of course. Or if you deal 5 slashing damage to the net, it has an AC of 10, then you can destroy it.
Okay, does it not... Okay, so does the strength... I assume the strength check doesn't destroy it.
No, the strength check, I would assume, would be just you take it and throw it off and run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, since I was holding that in my left hand, and I've got, I'm gonna run up to that guy, and I'm gonna just like put my foot on him, because I imagine the net like drags him to the ground. I'm just gonna like step on him, and I'm gonna take out a javelin with my right hand, and I'm gonna throw it at one of them. Since I don't have any 2-weapon fighting feats, I don't add the damage.
Would throwing
modifier.
the net? I would think throwing the net would constitute your action, unless it's a bonus action to throw it.
It says you can use an action, bonus action, or a reaction to attack with a net. It's just a weapon.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
It's just a weapon. So here comes javelin throw. And that's just at whoever's the next closest to me. It's not any particular target.
All right, so that'd be number 5 is going off on the corner.
Gotcha. Oh. Okay. Well, we might be losing a witness here.
Oh god! Oh god!
That was So I don't know what like the laws for manslaughter are. But that was a natural 20.
Oh boy!
So how do you want to do crits?
So the way I do crits, because I think it's cool, is calculate all the damage, including your bonuses, including like your strength and everything. Once you have a number, double it.
Okay. Well, since this is basically 2-weapon fighting, but I don't have the feats for it, my strength
it would just
modifier,
be the weapon attack.
Yeah, my modifier won't apply, so the javelin's a d6, so 12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that before it's doubled or after it's doubled?
Oh, that's after it's doubled. It's 1d6, so doubled it would be 12.
Yeah. The guy, you see the guy running, and you just sort of line it up, and you chuck the javelin, and you hit him. You think you're gonna hit him in like the shoulder or something. You hit him in the neck, and it just comes out the other side and just pins him to the ground. And he's just like standing half up, dead, just done, gone. That man is dead.
By the gods!
I turned to Falbrook and just shrugged.
He is dead as fuck.
He ran.
I shrug back.
He does not get much deader than that.
And I think that's as much as I can do. I'm not going to use my my blood magic stuff yet.
Number 3, the bandit, I guess that's number 3, yeah, looks and goes, Elric! Not Elric! And he takes a scimitar out, and he's gonna attempt to attack you.
Bring it on.
Because you just killed his friend. Fucking good job. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's a 3. He just swings wide.
I want to imagine that it just hits my armor and just stops his sword.
Yeah.
And I look down at his sword, then look back at him. And just like a single puff of like steam comes out from the helmet.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So that was that then. That was bandit number 3. Kelgrim, you're up.
All
the
right.
Doom soundtrack starts playing from inside the helmet.
Wait, are you just the Doomslayer? You asshole.
He starts breathing heavily. Rip and tear.
Oh my god. Go.
All right.
Go for it, Jace.
How many of the ones left can I hit with a 10-foot sphere?
They've split up about 10 feet apiece, separated about 10 feet away. You could probably hit number 3 and 4, because the 4th one was the one that was coming after Elor, and the 3rd one kind of moved in to attack Elor. So,
it
would also have Elor in that, but you could probably aim it so that it didn't.
Yeah, I have 2 occupied and one negligible.
All right, then I'm gonna aim it to where I don't hit him, and in my panic of my plan backfiring, I'm casting magnify gravity.
Oh shit. Okay. What does that do? Because I don't have that spell to look it up.
All right. The gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere created on a point I can see within the range of the spell increases for a moment. Each creature in the sphere on the turn when I cast it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Not their worst stat. These guys don't have great stats. I'm just saying right now.
Busting out the graviturgy.
Gravimergy. Okay, so that's okay, the first one is a 12.
He failed.
Okay, and the second one is a 6.
Okay, they both failed.
Okay.
All right, so they are both taking 10 points of force damage.
Jesus Christ!
And their speed is halved until the end of their next turn.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Both...
And anything unsecured, as in not worn or carried, within that 10-foot sphere, has to have a strength check made to be pick it up or move it.
Like the net that's on one of them.
Oh no! Wait,
you hear this?
What do you see?
It's like a DC 10, I think.
It would be my spell save DC, so 14, and I would assume that would be at disadvantage.
That's even more than
I
what
would
the
probably
DC
give him
is to
disadvantage
get out of
on
the
that.
net.
Yeah. You hear as they hit the ground, you hear a crunch as both of them probably broke some ribs. And there's some very, very, very heavy breathing going on right now.
So yeah, I cast minor illusion. Shit, didn't work. Okay, they're broken. They can't move. This is good.
All right. One of them is going to attempt to remove the net. Actually, you know what? After that, he's gonna play dead. He's just gonna lay there.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm pretty certain he knows he can't get out of this.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't resist, he won't die.
Oh, I mean, he doesn't. He's not sure about that, considering what happened to Elric.
Yeah.
If he doesn't resist, he won't die.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Falbrook, you're up. There's 2 other bandits that are about to take off.
Okay. So how... I want to get up behind one of them to get some kind of flanking bonus so I can do my sneak attack.
They don't know you're there right now. Remember, you were against the wall. As long as you can sneak up on them. Now, you can only move half your speed, but they're not that far away from you. So, you could sneak up on them and stab one and get your sneak attack.
Would you say that he could maybe get a surprise round?
Well, he would have, but then they all bolted. So, like, it's because of what y'all did that he didn't get a surprise round. I was fully expecting him to get one. But yeah, I'd say you can get up on 2, which is kind of to the, so they fanned out in sort of like a fan pattern. That's how you fan. When you fan out, you go into a fan. And then there's 1 on the far right, and then 2 a little like 10 feet away from him. You could probably hit 2.
All right. Well, I want to get up with to one of them for the sneak attack.
Yeah, you could do that.
Right.
Give me a stealth check.
That's 28.
Yeah, I mean, I will double check just to make sure, but I think his perception is like +1. So probably not. Yeah, he rolled a 4. He rolled a 4. So,
yeah, I don't think a 4 beats a 28.
No. I don't think it would end up being okay. No, listen, it would end up being a +0, so it is still a 4.
Just let me stab him.
Yeah, go for it.
Stab him in the kidney.
That's a 16.
16 will hit.
All right. So just the base rapier damage is 13.
Wait, that's. Are you serious?
I rolled max damage on the rapier.
Okay, so he's running and you feel like he's kind of a portly boy, so he doesn't run very well. Even for an elf, he's portly. And you jump up on his back and you take the rapier and you just bury it into his clavicle. And there's a spurt of blood and he just goes down. And he is
just so you know,
that was the sound he made.
Yeah, that was the exact sound he made.
I dealt a total of 16.
Oh, yeah. No, he's super dead. They have 11 hit points. He is big bada dead.
I turn to everybody else and I just yell, we don't have another victim, or another,
We don't have another
witness.
victim.
I just want it to be known that if I got my damage modifier in the javelin throw, it would have been 20 damage.
Jesus Christ. And that's Bandit 1, that's Bandit 2 dead. And Bandit 4 looks over and goes, "No, not Jimmy.
I look at him and I say, surrender.
Not Jimmy, please." Bandit number 1 is gonna look over and see what you did to Jimmy, and he's gonna attempt to attack you, Falbrook.
Really?
All right.
Really?
Yeah. So you gotta get revenge for Jimmy.
Little Jimmy.
Wrestle with Jimmy!
Not Jimmy. Alright, so he's gonna roll. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's with a scimitar. That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Ah, frick, that hits.
Bro, if he
Yay.
moves, I'm gonna die.
So that's pretty good. 5 plus 1. That's 6 damage
Ow, that's
with a scimitar.
That's over half my hit points.
Yeah. Well, easy come, easy go. Elor, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay, so there's the guy in front of me still, or is he like...
That guy, no, they're both down. One of them appears that he might attempt to get up. You're not sure. The other one's just the one that's under the net. He ain't going nowhere.
Just breathe at him menacingly.
The one who looks like he might get up, I walk over to him, I stand, like, looming over him, and I, like, take out my flail, and I just let the ball and chain, like, drop to, like, an inch in front of his face. And
Give me an intimidation check with advantage, because you just, he nearly had his lungs crushed by gravity.
That's a 18.
Yeah. He looks at you, he's like up on his arms, and he's like trying to stand up, and he looks at you, and he just kind of looks up at you, and he's just like, yeah, okay, and he just like lays back down on the ground. Alright, I get it.
Let's see. Who else is still up?
There's one, the one that's that Falbrook got hit by, is still up, and appears to be in pretty good order. He's probably about 30 feet away from you by now.
Alright.
I would say, give or take, based on where you're standing.
Can I throw a flail? No. Okay.
Not that far, yeah, and it wouldn't do much damage.
I could throw a javelin. Nah, I want to hit him with the flail.
You used your bonus action to take out the flail.
Okay. I will walk over to him, and the one who was like still moving, was he like next to me, or was he did I have to use like 5 feet or more to get to him?
To get to number
The one-
3?
The one that I
isn't
intimidated.
Oh, yeah, you would have had to move a little bit. Not much, like maybe 10 feet.
Okay, then if he's 30 feet from me, then I'm gonna just start walking towards him menacingly, but I can't reach him yet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume that I don't have my lance right now, so I won't be able to hit him with the extra reach. I could throw a javelin at him. That's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna walk towards him menacingly, and
Okay.
I think he'll get the message.
Well, his back's to you, so he doesn't get much of a message.
Oh, well then in that case,
Because he's fighting Falbrook. Well, remember, you also pulled your javelin out as an action, or as a your bonus action. So, or your flail. So you'd have to drop the flail. You could pull out. You'd have to drop the flail as you're moving and pull out a javelin as you're moving.
But he never pulls out.
Instead of pulling out a javelin, could I take out my hunter trap and toss it behind him?
There is so much sexual innuendo going on here with the pullout.
I mean, that would well, I mean, you haven't taken your action. Yeah, I would say as a full, like your full attack action.
All right.
You could pick it up and throw it. Sure.
Yeah, I just need to toss it, like, kind of just a little, like, behind him, like 5 feet behind him.
Sure.
And then I'm just gonna, like, look at, I'm gonna look at, Falbrook and just nod.
Okay.
I nod.
All right.
Okay.
Nod back.
I assume you know what to do.
Okay. Then it is Seeker's turn. Seeker, you and Elro and Mila arrive to this scene of carnage. One man has been impaled by the neck onto the ground. Another one has been thoroughly punctured with a rapier. 2 more are lying in the dirt with presumable broken ribs. And one is fighting the halfling.
Oh, and one's trapped under a net.
Good. Oh, sweet Bashaba. What happened? I left you guys alone for like 5 minutes!
They tried to run.
And you couldn't stop them?
They look stopped to me.
You can't. You can't get information from a dead body.
The 2 on the ground are alive.
They're just being crushed by gravity right now.
That one being held up by his neck. We'll talk about him later.
Okay.
What about the one with the blood spurting out of his neck like a fountain, says Elro?
Yeah.
Ask the halfling.
Uncooperative.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck. Is there anyone who's not?
Yes. So, Falbrook is being attacked currently. You from where you are right now, when it starts your turn, you can get up to him and attack him if you want. He's probably within about 20 feet of you.
Okay. And that's the only one that's still around?
That's the only one still standing.
It's the only one that's still a threat.
Okay.
You
Okay.
might be able to notice that there is a hunting trap right behind him.
Okay. Damn it. I have an idea.
Excuse me.
I have this idea. But here's the problem. I have no way to tell tell you guys what the plan is without ruining what the plan is. But if I do the plan, I'm real worried that you're just gonna kill the guy.
If you just push him into the bear trap, he will not die, but he will lose mobility in his
He'll be
ankle.
maimed.
And
Okay.
probably his bowels.
Okay, so
No, his bowels
I'm
will
gonna
gain a lot of
try-
mobility very quickly.
to get Falbrook is the one closest to him, so I'm going to try to get... So first thing I'm going to do is cast Whisper on the one that's attacking Falbrook.
Okay.
Let's see. Shouldn't need anything, right? I'm not crazy. Well, message. Message, yeah.
Okay.
Message is
You're
what it
messaging
is.
Falbrook?
No, I'm messaging the elf.
Oh, the guy fighting him? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make sure he doesn't see me do it. Is there a way I can do that? Do I have to roll deception?
I mean, he's kind of busy right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I figured. He's a little busy, and I'm going to whisper at him. You can't win. They're surrounding you. Come back to the hideout. There's a bear trap behind you, too.
Wait.
I need to go, alright? I need him alive. I need him alive, damn it. And also, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to get Falbrook's attention and, can I mime pantomime? Don't kill me.
Okay, two things. No, and this is, oh man, this could break real bad. Number one, make a persuasion check.
It's a 23.
Okay. So the guy who is attacking Falbrook just sort of looks around and then just kind of nods to himself like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Now, make a performance check.
Okay.
To see if Falbrook understands what you are doing.
That's a 21!
Falbrook, you see Seeker is making motions to indicate to not attack the guy, and you understand that that's what he's trying to say.
Question.
Okay.
These are all the good rolls I'm
Do
gonna get
with
for
that
the rest of the
information
game.
as you see fit.
Question. Do I see it?
I mean, are you looking at Seeker when that happens?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
God damn it! Don't waste up. Fuck this up.
Noted.
Okay. It is now, bed number 3 is gonna lay on the ground. It is now Kelgrim's turn.
All right.
God damn it.
Have the one that's standing up make a wisdom save.
Wisdom, you say. Alright,
Yep.
that's a good solid +0.
Oh my god.
That's a 5.
All right. They fail.
Okay.
You see them just kind of look around. Their mouth starts twitching up into a smile. And they fall onto their ass and start laughing uncontrollably.
That's
God damn
not terrifying in any.
Wait, hang on. I need you to roll me a d8.
8.
Okay. They fall forward and to the left instead of backwards onto the trap.
So
Damn
yeah,
it.
they're now under the effects of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay.
Oh
Ron
boy.
starts laughing as his head falls into a bear trap.
That's what I was checking. Okay, so...
Oh, and the worst part is that if he gets caught by the bear trap, he can't stop laughing.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So he is incapacitated and laughing.
That incapacitates everybody.
That would do it. Now he does get a save after a minute, or on his next turn, which is after Falbrook. Falbrook, what do you want to do with this guy?
Okay, so I'm not killing him, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of up to you, man.
I mean,
Do you
that's
have
what I
rope
asked.
of any kind?
That's what I asked.
can I just punch him?
I mean, yeah?
You're trying to knock him out, is what you're doing.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
So
yeah?
It would be a non-lethal punch.
Okay.
You're gonna crit and you're gonna fucking punch his jaw off.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a 10.
That doesn't hit his armor class.
But he's prone, so...
Oh, you do get advantage, yeah.
Okay, that is a 15.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay, so that's just 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Just
Yeah.
whap!
You hit him, and he immediately makes a wisdom save to get out of Tasha's hideous laughter.
No.
1 second while I do that. It's a 16.
That'll do it.
So he immediately, you hit him, he's laughing, and you hit him, and he immediately looks up at you like, hey, that's not funny. And then on his...
It was pretty funny to me.
On his turn, he's going to stand up. He is going to disengage from you.
Wouldn't standing up provoke an attack, though?
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't do that anymore.
I thought it did still.
I can double check it, but I'm almost certain it does not.
I think it only uses like half of your movement speed or something, or...
Yeah, to stand up.
But I thought if you were within 5 feet of an enemy, it still provoked.
Let me double check it. Checking the rules. Checking the rules. Checking the rules. Checking the rules.
This rule check was brought to you by Chuck E. Cheese.
Nope, only when they move out of your range.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's going to use his action to disengage from you, and he's going to run 15 feet away. And then it comes back to Elor's turn.
Damn it. I want this he was handled. I look at Falbrook and I say this was handled. And then I'm gonna take out a javelin and I'm just gonna throw it at him.
His blood is on your hands.
God damn it.
God damn it.
God damn it.
It was close, it was a 19.
Oh my god, yeah, that hits.
He explodes.
Oh, okay, that fell off the table.
It looks like a vat of chili has exploded.
Chunky salsa rule.
Alright, that is 7 damage. So I want to say that goes like to his legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it pierces his Achilles tendon on his right foot.
Ouch.
And just goes right into the ground. And he screams and screams and screams. You have 3 guys with 1 HP all lying around on this battlefield.
So I'm gonna assume he moved 15 feet away. He was already 10 feet away from me, so he's like 25 feet away. So I'm gonna walk the rest of the distance up to him, and I just want to like, I'm just gonna grab the end of the javelin and just like hold it.
Ow!
Oh,
No,
make a strength check.
Well, I'm just like grabbing it and I'm just like holding it. So like if he starts to move,
Right.
it's like it's gonna like pull against.
Right, but as you grab it and move it, I want to know how hard you move it. He might just fucking pass out.
He has 1 HP. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like you can't intimidate someone when they're bleeding out on the floor.
So it's a 17.
Yeah, you grab it, and as you grab it and move it, he just goes, ah! And he's just out. He is out. He's not dead. He might be soon. But for the moment, he's fine. He's just out like a light.
Kelgrim just kind of looks over at that one. He's like, I don't think he's gonna walk again.
I'll take out the javelin. Are we out of combat now, I assume?
Yeah. That's enough.
All right. I want to use. I have a healer's kit. I want to expend one use of it to stabilize him.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to tie. You're able to wrap his ankle.
Yep. And then I'm gonna collect my javelins and my trap.
Okay.
I put my rapier away and I just joined the rest of the party.
All right. So I have a rope and I have a chain. If we need to secure them, the one in the net, I don't think is going anywhere.
I have 1,000 ball bearings.
Their hands, both of them, as you get closer, Elor, their hands just go up. No, it's fine. We'll go to jail, please. Just get him away from us.
Get who away?
That one! They
The
point at
Goon
Elor.
Slayer. Like,
I'm sorry.
Hold on, that's copyright. The Goon Slayer.
The Goon Slayer. Okay, yeah. That's
I'm sorry. I just like the reaction.
Well, I say we
just get him away from us. We'll tell you whatever you want. Just get him away from us.
I say we just like stack
Please,
them all
God.
together.
What? Say that again.
I say we could just like stack them all together,
Yeah.
and then we could question them.
Okay.
The one under the net, does he look like he's gonna make a break for it when I take the net off?
No, he looks like he's probably gonna go to the doctor. Just like the other one is.
no, he looks like he's
Alright.
about to go see
Because
God.
the gravity attack that he got hit with, did like a lot of damage to him.
Well,
Okay.
I'm
Then I will collect my
standing.
net.
I'm standing in between those two, just making notations in my spell
Yeah.
book. Like, okay,
Yeah,
because
I'll
I
collect my
haven't
net.
really had a chance to use those.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the one that has their hand, the two that have their hands up, they're willing to answer questions if you have questions for them.
Oh, we have questions for them.
It says to have you make an intimidation check. I think you've well earned that. So
Yeah, I would say so.
what do you want to know?
Bloodshed is its own form of diplomacy.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's weird.
What were you looking for?
We were looking something to cure our boss. She's got some weird plague.
Who's your boss?
It's Halil Lutan.
Louis Vuitton? What?
Halil Lutan, Togi's sister.
I heard she makes very good handbags.
Oh my god.
I want to turn to Elro real quick and just like, so I'm not like in trouble for this, am I?
Elro looks around. No, these were bandits. You performed a lot of justice. A bit cruel, though. I would maybe consider aiming a little lower next time.
Maybe
Justice.
Maybe like 75% instead of 80%.
Yeah, probably. I have no love lost for bandits, and these were destroying a shop of a dead woman. So, yeah. You're fine.
Like 76% then. Got it.
Roughly. Alright, so what are you asking?
How did Halil come about this sickness?
We don't really know. All we know is Tolgi robbed the shop. Tolgi robbed this shop a couple of months ago, brought a bunch of gear back. That gear then got sent up to the Udalot family, and suddenly Halil started getting sick. We don't know.
I just kind of look back over at Elor, and you sure you don't know anything else?
I mean, that's it. That's all we know. You can ask Halil yourself, but she's really sick right now.
Where do we find her?
She's hiding out with more of us over at Croaker Cave.
And why are you hiding out in the cave?
Because we're bandits!
I mean, well, obviously.
It's what
but,
we
like,
do!
Why are you turning to banditry?
They just kind of look at each other like, what is he talking? What? It's what we do. It's how we make money. We're bandits.
We're bandits, man.
Why does anyone turn to banditry? Grew up in a really bad household.
I have one more question. Who are the Udalat family?
That's a good question, and not one that I have an answer for. Give me a second.
Maybe I'm trying to fix the overarching socio-economical problems that are causing this, huh? You ever think of that, huh?
It's not for me to talk about, man. I just rob the people. I don't have a reason.
Killing the bandits just, is a band-aid on the issue.
This guy would not know who the Udalots are, and neither would you.
Shit.
Like, you haven't heard of them specifically, and that's a really good way for me to say I don't know, because I can't find any information on them. So, yeah.
Okay. Before we head up to Croaker Cave, I need to take a rest.
Okay.
I got hurt real bad.
Elro will nod and say, "Of course, there's a tavern you can stay in for the time if you would like some place to stay, and you can head up to Croaker Cave in the morning." And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Woo!
Woo!
Hey!
So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that.
Thanks, guys.
That was great.
Getting to be a character for once is very nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. So I don't know, because that's like half of this adventure. Like, that's not even all of it, so...
Oh, we can make this a two-parter for sure.
Okay. So yeah, we could do the two-parter and then do the rest another, maybe continue these characters later on. But that was a blast.
That was so much fun.
Yeah,
it really was.
I'm completely new at this, so yeah.
I don't see why we couldn't do 2 concurrent games.
Yeah. People will want to know what happens.
We'll see where this ends. If it comes down to something to where we could continue it on until it ends, and that wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't know how long it is, so I don't know how long it's going to take. But that's up to Matt.
Yeah, I don't mind putting just like a mini-series in the middle of the larger series.
Yeah, I figure recording-wise we can do every other. We just did Matt's and then this one. Then we do Matt's again and then...
Trade off.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I like that idea.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode. I don't know what we're going to call it yet. We haven't decided that yet, but it's been fun. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think of a way to end this. Capitalism is bad. Money isn't real. Outro. Money isn't real. And
make sure you follow us on Twitter at AmbiguousPod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel Moral Ambiguity Podcast.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Bad Dragon.
Please stay
Bad
at
Dragon,
home.
get in touch with us as soon as possible about that sponsorship.
We still want
Absolutely.
that sponsorship.
Give us a 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you're using. Tell a friend about us if they're into D&D and like a little more of a goofy bent to their podcast experience.
Yeah.
Tell us if we
thank
should
you so
keep
much
up,
for listening.
Hey, tell us if we should keep up these one-shots or just shut the fuck up and do the main game.
I'm down for literally either one.
Yeah.
Any and all feedback is good feedback. Unless you're just saying, boo, you suck, then fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. Specifically you. You know the one. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Greg!
Yeah. Shut up or I'll fuck you.
All right. Wow.
Wait.
Okay.
And with that awkward note.
Anyway. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.